Hi, I'm Joe Walensky, and today I'd like to talk about adding captions to video recordings. And I've been doing a lot of video recordings over the last couple of years, and I think it's important to have captions as part of your video publishing process. The main reason is to make your content accessible to those who might have a hearing disability. It can also be helpful to viewers who don't have access to audio. And finally, the work that goes into doing captions can be used to provide all of your viewers with a supplemental transcript document. So I'd like to use as an example one of the videos that I have on my YouTube channel, UA Techniques in Ancestry.com. And the first step, of course, is to record your video, and I'm not going to cover that here. The second step is to generate a transcript from the recording, and finally integrate the transcribed content with your video, as you can see in here with this video, the caption that's included. Now, creating a transcript yourself sounds simple, but it can be annoyingly difficult without transcription software. It's not as easy as it sounds to listen to an audio track and type what you hear. I choose to use a transcription service called Rev. There's a lot of transcription services, but I like Rev. It's relatively inexpensive. They charge a flat rate of $1 per minute. There's no other fees. It's pay as you go. The transcription's usually turned around within 2 days, and they do a really good job at taking out obvious problems like ums and stutters. To use Rev, you simply upload a video file or provide a URL to a file that's posted on the web. I usually post video recordings to YouTube, so I specify the URL on YouTube. It automatically calculates the amount that you're going to pay based on the video length. You pay with your credit card and then wait for the results. As an example here, I'm using a post I made that I showed you about UA Techniques in Ancestry.com, and which is this one here. The video runs just over 12 minutes, and so it cost me 13 bucks. And what you get back from Rev is a Word document file with the transcribed content. And the first thing I do is listen to the audio from the recording while I read the transcript, and I concentrate on the text and look for any problems. For the most part, Rev does a really accurate job. They even understand when you're quoting something, as shown in this example here. Now, sometimes a sentence might not come out well when you say it. In that case, I might adjust the text in the transcript as you see here in this example. However, it's best to take a light touch. You don't want to radically change the transcription from the actual audio. You want to remain as true to the audio experience as possible. In the event that a word or phrase is garbled, the Rev transcriber will make a note in brackets. The other thing I may do is adjust where a paragraph breaks. Rev puts in the name when a new person starts speaking. I put those names on a separate paragraph followed by a colon, and this fits the best practices that have been published about how to put together good transcripts. Finally, I take out any tabs, as these can create problems with the video captioning. Then I save the document under a new name, and this text will be what I use for the captions. Now, YouTube supports captions at several different levels, and you may be obviously using a different type of video publishing system, but I'll use YouTube as my example. So YouTube has different levels. Automated captioning is done automatically by YouTube. So whenever a video is posted, YouTube attempts to apply captions. However, the automatic captioning just interprets the audio, and it tends to result in a pretty poor rendition. Pronunciation and accents really cause problems, and you really don't want to rely on automated captions. So the better level, the one I use, is with the transcript that I just showed you. And YouTube's able to match the transcribed text to the audio and do it with a high quality result. So to add this, I go into YouTube and the dashboard for my channel, and I select the video to edit. I'm not really editing, I'm just adjusting metadata. And then I select Captions from the top menu, and then click on Add Captions. The next step is to paste the full set of text from my edited transcription document into the video transcript box. And then finally click Sync. At this point, a message appears that you should check back in a while the caption is being processed. In my experience, it processes a bit faster than the real-time length of the recording. So in the Ancestry example, it was ready to go in about 7 minutes for a 12-minute recording. I mentioned that there are 3 levels to captioning in YouTube. A timed caption file uses references that are in the transcript that can be matched directly to the timeline of the video. This results in a more accurate captioning, but it's also a lot more work, and you'll have to decide if the bang is worth a buck. The last thing that I do is to format the raw text into a nice looking document, and I then distribute that as a PDF for use as a printed transcript. And that can be of interest to everyone, whether or not they have a disability. So I include a title that indicates it is a transcript so that the readers will understand it's verbatim and not a crafted written document. And I also include the date it was recorded and where the recording can be found. So hopefully that'll give you a few tips that you might be able to do with your own video recording captioning. Good luck with all of your products, and thank you.